turn on. Mic 1. Camera's rolling already, by the way. Camera 2. Let's see. I'll zoom in just a tad bit. Plugged in, brother?
Mic check. Mic check. 1,
Mic
2.
check. All right. You are now rocking with the GOAT. No, let me stop. LL Cool J, if nobody knows. Alrighty, well, I'm bringing the donuts into this one because
Yeah.
that way they know that it's real. Now let me stop. Anyway, like my fans know what they see. Want another one?
Oh, man. You asking Goku? Goku, take another one.
Hey. Anyway, like my fans know. What, you want to do a cheers? No.
Yeah.
Cheers, yeah. Oh, you still here? Well, anyway, as my fans know, what they see is what they get. Allow me to say this before I start getting back into the questions like last time. Thank you again for coming back. You'll be my second returning guest on this. This has been long overdue. The reason being is because the first one we did, I wasn't able to post it in full. I had to post it in parts. The reason being is because we got hit with copyright when we were over there. So the first interview, I was still in the testing phase, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to put out your full interview. So even though this is a second interview and our second sit down, you know, catching up and everything, I felt like it was only right to bring you back and give you a proper interview like last time. It's not as organized because we even did a workout last time, but this time is actually a sit down between two friends who know each other. So with that being said, thank you for sharing your donuts with me.
I know, right?
But, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you. So we can get into it. But Chris, man, how you been since our last interview, man?
Oh, man, just always staying busy, man. Keeping my mind occupied, you know, whether it be gym, number one. Work, gym, and cosplay, man, honestly, man.
Say less. So you just got done doing a cosplay here recently here at Fayetteville. How was it?
So I did a new cosplay. I consider it my OC, my original character. Still working on developing it.
You see me looking over there making sure the camera's still going. Just still got PTSD from my last interview. Let me stop it. Go ahead.
We still rolling, yeah. No, but like it's something, you know, I pieced together. Just kind of developing the character, the background. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, but you know, I got some ideas.
What was the inspiration behind it? It looked like a mixture of snake eyes, a mixture of. What was the inspiration behind it?
So it's funny you said that. So Fayetteville Comic-Con, it was actually G.I. Joe theme.
Okay.
Originally, I was gonna do a Snake Eyes cosplay, but last minute, trying to get everything together. It's like there's no way I'm gonna try to get everything I need. I want it to be legit. So like the whole bodysuit and all the accessories. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do a masked character or a helmet, or a character with a helmet. So found that helmet online. It's like a cyberpunk type theme. So I say, I'm gonna take this helmet, just start adding on different features to it, all black. So
Where'd you get the katana from? Not the only reason I asked that. So I'm so used to seeing you as Goku. That's all I was saying. It was kind of like, again, his Goku cosplay, y'all, is still unmatched. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, it was like that was the first time I seen outside of your Goku, your Meliodas, your Liu Kang that you just introduced this year as well, right? It was just different to see. So as a cosplayer, like, how did it feel to be out of your normal element? Like, did you feel weird trying something new?
not weird, just if it makes sense, it felt a little different not being recognized, you know, because like you said, Goku being my most iconic figure, people recognize me, they see me, especially in public, but being behind the mask, nobody knew it was me behind the mask. I walked past so many people.
So what was the attention like trying this new cosplay versus like immediately being Goku and people coming up, like, did it feel different? Did you feel out of place? Like,
Actually, no, not out of place. It felt pretty good, actually. Just, I guess for a change, not having too many people. I guess, I don't know if it's more so social.
keep going. I forgot to set the time, but everything is content. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't mind the attention, but it felt great to be just unknown.
Unknown?
If that makes sense, yeah. Just like,
So, obviously we're gonna keep it in the realm of fitness, but the beginning is definitely cosplay. There's was it Florida or DC, the one that you went to? Before, but the past one before the Fayetteville Con.
so the past recent one I went to, aside from Fayetteville, was Triad Anime Con, Winston-Salem.
No, where's the one where you went out of?
Oh, yeah. You must be talking about Dragon Con. That was the biggest con.
So, hey man, let's touch on that. So, what was the experience like for you out there? Like, so based on the pictures and the interaction that I saw you have with other people, like, obviously, respect but disrespect at the same time. It looked 1,000 times better than the anime, anything in North Carolina outside of Raleigh and Charlotte. But like, so what was the experience like? Like the new people, like the energy, like what was that like for you? Like being in that setting, and then how did your character, your Goku character, did it still stick out being in that setting, or like were you up against like other Gokus who cosplay like Goku's like better, if that makes sense?
I will say this: there was a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters, a lot of legit cosplays that were actually up to par. Actually, up to par with mine, but there were some that
You
actually
didn't want to say
10
better,
times,
did you?
10 times better.
Let me start. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But no, it felt great. Like just collabing with different people out there, networking. A lot of people I met are actually into the whole fitness scene out there, whether it be a lot of bodybuilders.
So again, they weren't sloppy. Like again, nah, let me stop. 'Cause somebody gonna be like, RJ, fuck you. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, so like being introduced to that, like how did it make you feel? Like as far like being around, all right, these guys aren't just cosplayers. Like these guys go to the gym every day. Like when you say bodybuilders, like not like people who take their nutrition seriously and all that. Like they train to be the physique of their anime character. So what was that like?
Motivational, uplifting, It made me more comfortable, I guess you could say, with what I was accomplishing, as a cosplayer and trying to bring fitness and cosplay as one. But just to see people with the similar goals and the physiques, it's just like, man, it's like, I know I look great, but man, like.
So this was the first time where you actually, outside of North Carolina, where you may have thought like, maybe I need to step my game up just a tad.
I was comparing myself.
You really was?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
What was the comparison? Is a thief for joy? Brandon? No, let me stop. Yeah, no. But but at the end of the day, though, too, you did have a good time when you went out there, right? So did that make you kind of like want to travel out to other places outside of obviously outside of North Carolina? Like, what was it? You have Texas, you have Florida, you have DC. Did it make you want to travel to like?
Oh yeah, it's a different feel. Like once you get out of North Carolina, and with Atlanta being my biggest one so far, just like every day, 4 days, 5 days, it was just 5 days of partying, man, just in cosplay.
So you still felt like you was in your element at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
So like, what was the compliments like out there versus here? Like, did you still get the same type of attention, same type of love being Kid Goku, Ultra Instinct, Goku, like whatever you cosplay as your DBZ? Like, did you still get the same type of love?
10 times, I should say over 9,000, man. Like here, here I get the recognition because I'm the only Goku in North Carolina, legit. But being out there and that a bigger element, just the people, the environment, definitely a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters. That just made it more enjoyable.
They all good. Did you see any Piccolos and the androids? So like, my bad, but yeah.
Seeing some androids. Didn't see a Piccolo yet. I saw a Perfect Cell.
Okay.
Lord Beerus.
Did you get like all giddy when you saw it?
I did.
I got you.
It's like, man, honestly, like when I came back from that weekend, I still had to register everything that was going on. My mind was just like, what the hell did I just do? Like, where was I? Like, now I'm back here
So you kind of went from liquor
Yeah.
to beer, and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
type shit.
It's like I don't belong here.
Say, like, yeah, man, agreed. So if you allow me to touch on, I know you said that you weren't able to participate, but let's talk about the steps. So, like the bodybuilding event or the cosplay bodybuilding event that what was you supposed to spectate or judge on?
So I was actually going to participate.
Mm-hmm.
My first actual show, per se, bodybuilding.
It was like a
slash
bodybuilding
cosplay.
show, but
Yep.
you were in cosplay.
Right.
So like, what all did you do for that? So only reason I asked, like, did you like I don't know, like dehydrate yourself, like do like resistance bands to get a pump so you can look a certain way? Like, did they want you to get on stage and do like a circuit or a regime where you pose and all that other stuff? Like what was
So-
the expectations for people who had to do a show, a bodybuilding show in cosplay?
So I will say this: the show was actually run by actual pros.
Bodybuilders?
Yep, IFBB pros. IFBB pros. Is that right? Yeah. But sadly, I did not make it to the prejudging. That was failure on my part. But I've been hearing like what they were looking for as far as like the not tournament, competition. I'm thinking Goku mindset.
Yeah, you're right. But
No, but the competition, they were more so. So I would say a high percentage physique, your aesthetic, definitely poses. But then also they were looking for like, with it being cosplay, were you in character? So your performance, I think the word was more believable as a character. Did you bring that character to life?
So being in that environment and actually seeing that, well, since you missed it, but were you able to watch?
I did not.
Damn.
But I had some buddies that were actually competing in there. Yep.
Say less. So what was your big takeaway from it? I mean, even though you missed it, like what was your big takeaway from it? And like, did it actually kind of make you want to
Be more prepared, yeah.
Well, no, not yeah, that too. But like, did it make you actually want to pursue bodybuilding? Like, just like pursue bodybuilding as the sport, or just like stick with cosplay?
Honestly, man, a lot of people have asked me, and they've actually tried to persuade me to do bodybuilding, but at the end of the day, I just like working out, man. I just like
Therapeutic.
Yeah, therapeutic. For me, it's more mental. I don't know. As long as I look good, feel good for myself, man, and of course the cosplay. Will I do bodybuilding? I don't know. It would be nice to step on stage. I don't know if I feel ready for that yet, but who knows?
So like, since you were around any of those pros, like, did they give you any critiques or any compliments saying like, hey, you have the physique for it, you have the body for it? Like, did they give you any type of coaching or like pointers? Or since you missed it, you weren't able to? Like,
I wasn't really able to
engage with them.
with a lot of the bodybuilders there, but talking to people who has competed before, biggest thing, nutrition. And I will say this because as a Goku cosplayer, like my dieting is not always 100% clean. I eat, well, you saw the donuts, but yeah.
But
in
yeah,
my-
no, I'm saying, yeah.
in my defense, I was bribed for some donuts.
Yeah, it's my
So-
fault. And
No, but
I'm
like-
yeah.
No, but like I like to eat, man. Like it might not look like it, but I'm just a fat kid and a 5'2" body, man. And then being that I'm Goku, I do embody that character, you know. And another thing I would say is like with cosplay is so I wouldn't say weird, but it's your perspective. It does make you. It opens up a lot of different perspective. Because for me being 5'2", cosplaying Goku, I do get critiqued a lot from people in the community. It's like, oh,
Good and bad?
Good and bad, mostly negative. But
If you don't mind, can we speak on that? This is the first I've. How do you? This is the first I've heard of it. So like, what are some of the bad things you hear? If you feel comfortable discussing
Oh, yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What are some of the bad things?
no
you
filters, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I got
like, oh, you're not the required height, or not required height. You don't meet the requirement to be this character. Isn't Goku like 5'6", 5'7"? And I'm like, bruh. And most
What
of
el-
Sally
what
do.
el- so what else have you heard? Out of curiosity, like okay, so you've heard height. Did they ever bring up like
It was never
what did
about
they
my,
look like? The people that were critiquing you, were they
All
fat
right.
fucks with the bellies out and yeah?
I will say this, a lot of it is actual keyboard warriors. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that term.
Y'all please don't come at me for saying this. So people with their puppies and dogs as background. Yeah, boy.
So
that's-
like,
yeah.
not to be mean, but yeah, to be
You know,
honest,
yeah.
a lot of the people I see that are actually negative are people I feel like they're not really comfortable or they're not satisfied with the way they look themselves. So
They talk to you about expectations and you're the one actually. Boy,
So
see, this is why I love the internet sometimes because it allows people to be bold, but also it allows. But anyway, so okay, brought up height. What else
Right.
have they brought up too?
my favorite one is you'd be a better Krillin, and I'm like, okay, at least my wife is hot though,
That's
and I turn it around with like,
because of the height.
yep.
So what they expect you to do? Go bald and put 6 dots on you? Now let me stop. Okay, that's.
Nah,
So-
but
so
like,
with that-
that's
go ahead.
that's really the only, I guess, the negative side of cosplay. Well, negative comments that I've gotten. Never in person, honestly. I've never
'cause
gotten bashed in
that'd
person.
be dumb. And then most of our celebrities, anyway, like I say this, and I'm not. Please don't ever let me get like attacked. But somebody, you'd be surprised, like bodybuilders. Like if you ever met certain bodybuilders in person and you see their height, you'd be like, you do not look like that.
In
Like
person, yeah.
like when you're on that stage, dude. Like there was this one dude. I went to one comp. I can't think of his name, but he left an impression on me because he had on the off-white fives. I said, oh shit, so he's a sneakerhead. But like, I swear to you, he was up to my chest. But like, if you look at his social media, he looks like he's up to my chin. That's why I was like, I don't. But anyway, I'm really surprised people really had the nerve to bring up height. So is that why you came up with also the Kid Goku cosplay?
So Kid Goku was I actually did a Kid Goku cosplay. So I did the kid version at the time. So that's where
They had the whole, everything.
I
Only
guess
thing you was
that's-
missing was the Nimbus. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had some ideas for Nimbus, but just never went through with it. So yeah, I got Kid Goku. You said what was the question? Did I get the idea of Kid Goku?
No, yeah, but because of the trolls and the negativity that you got from that, is that why?
That was before all the trolls, but
so
Kid
you
Go-
been had Kid Goku.
I've
so
been
you,
had Kid Goku.
Say
Yeah.
I'm asking because knowing what I know about you. So is that why also like the Meliodas, like when you cosplay as Meliodas, like was that one of those things like these bitches definitely gonna be able to get me from height on this one? Now let me stop. But I mean, it's
No,
kind
but
of
like-
yeah.
So, for example, Meliodas, if y'all haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins, the characters from Seven Deadly Sins, check it out.
Hey,
His character, so he is the leader of the group, the captain. Also, I'm more relatable. More so the height too, but also the personality, the characteristic. He's a big perv. I would say that.
Hey, shit, I am too. I'm just really good at
Oh yeah, oh
controlling
yeah,
it.
oh yeah.
Pervy Sage from Naruto. But not, yeah. Got a whole book out and everything.
But no, man, like I feel like a lot of characters when we're talking about anime, I do tend to relate to a lot of them.
So you
a lot
don't
of the shorter
cosplay them because of certain negativity. You cosplay as these characters because you actually you like their characteristic traits and
Yeah,
you
what they
empathize
stand
with them.
for. Yeah.
Okay.
Their morals, their ideas. Goku. I would say this. I do cosplay as Goku. Yes, he's my iconic character.
Yes.
He's not my. I wouldn't say he's my most favorite out of the Dragon Ball Z universe. I've always been. Honestly, I've been a Vegeta fan. Vegeta.
Yeah, Sean got you beat on that one. I say
Yeah.
that. I say that.
But you
with
know,
most- if he ever bring his ass back to the States and I interview him, I'm gonna be like, hey man,
this one's for you, Sean.
hey
if
man,
you're
look,
watching.
yeah. And then too, man, you wouldn't look good with a widow's peak. I'm just. But anyway,
I
yeah, go
mean,
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. But Sean, yeah, no, let me stop. No, but like Vegeta's my dude, Future Trunks, even Gohan, and Kid Gohan, Perfect Cell Saga. For all my weebs out there, if you know Dragon Ball Z, Kid Gohan during the Cell Saga, that was the most iconic Gohan.
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, and the writers hold him over the years.
Oh,
But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's kind of like they did him worse than they did Guts and Berserk. No, I'm kidding. I am so
Yes,
kidding.
yeah.
I am so kidding on that one. But no, so and the reason why I ask these questions in the pattern that I do is it's kind of like, okay, so you have the physique for it. You know, it's you know what I have to ask, and I understand you have a positive outlook on things, but it's kind of like with everything you do, and again, the gym is like therapeutic. Do you feel like for certain cosplay there is a physique requirement? Like, look, I'm sorry, I've seen certain things and I'm like, dude, I get it, but you that look, I got it. I've seen certain cosplays and it's kind of like you make that character look so sloppy, dude. Like what?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with it? Like, what's your take on? Again, I'm not coming at anybody, you know, but it's certain shit you shouldn't just. You feel me? It's like we making good time. Can we continue to?
Yeah.
Say less. I'm gonna keep starting it, but it's. Boy, I'm probably finna face flack for this one. I'm gonna use Harley Quinn, and ladies don't think I'm coming at y'all, but a lot of y'all should not cosplay as Harley Quinn. Y'all ain't, you know. But then again, too, I don't want to seem like the guy who's be like, oh, you're body shaming. Like, no, I'm not. But like
Okay.
you make me dislike the character. But yeah, continue.
In addition that cosplaying and my physique, so I would say I didn't really have that cut physique. I hadn't always. It wasn't always there.
Okay.
I got serious into fitness. I mean, I did in high school, but I wasn't serious. But I got serious with fitness 2017, 2018-ish. Started off in a smaller gym setting.
Okay. Anytime
Didn't know.
Fitness?
Was it Anytime Fitness?
Shout out Anytime. But yeah.
Shout out Anytime Fitness. You know, that's my original home base to start my journey. On the fitness aspect, I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know how to work any machines. Free weights. Didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know about the reps, everything that.
Oh, we're making good time. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's how you know we're making good time. I've always had to do this in this room. Anyway, I know somebody's watching this. See, he made that damn comment. That's why the lights went out. It's used to doing that. But continue. My bad.
No, but like I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what my goals were. I started talking to people in the gym setting, people who were actually into bodybuilding. They gave me some pointers. People who were getting into powerlifting.
You should come over to that world just one time, baby. I promise you're going to love it. Might come out with a bad back, but it'll be worth it.
I went both ways.
I believe it.
Pause.
Wait, what? But not continue.
Man.
Yeah.
No, but like for me, getting to the whole fitness is like I wanted to be the strongest. So my ego, I had a pretty big ego. Like it's about like how much can I push, how much can I lift, and also a lot of it is because in school I was viewed as the smallest guy,
the little guy. Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Is that why you became a martial artist?
I was about to throw off bad language,
No, go ahead. Yeah. No.
I was about to be like, anyways, I'm like, man, fuck this. I mean, fuck these haters, man. Like,
Is that why you threw martial arts in there as well?
Yeah, dabble a little bit, dabble a little bit.
Allow me to speak on that real quick. So your martial arts regime, like, what have you studied? Was it just regular MMA? Was it kung fu? Like, what was it? I didn't want to say kung fu would be that guy, but yeah.
I mean, I used to spar. So I guess my stepfather, I guess if you want to call him that, yeah. But my father figure at the time
was a martial artist.
He was heavy in martial arts, so I would be like the punching bag. Well, the dummy. So it was more like,
yeah.
I had to learn to defend myself, man.
So you've never been like to a dojo or in the cage?
I can't call myself a martial artist. Although I feel like I'm more self-taught, but I do want to step foot into a actual.
So you know how to throw a punch and clearly a kick and take one as well.
I consider myself more into boxing, kickboxing, but I can't call myself. I wouldn't say like I'm really. What's the term? I'm not a martial artist. I don't have a style that I'm like accustomed to. I do want to learn. Definitely getting in Muay Thai.
Yeah, good luck with your shins.
Yeah, I started practicing a little bit myself, but it would be nice to actually. I've been talking to actually a few people who actually do Muay Thai. I met people randomly while on trips, and they've been traveling to Thailand, being sponsored and actually training with actual.
I'm gonna bring it back full circle. Have you met actual martial artists in the cosplay realm? You know, you meet lots of people. I mean, you
Like
get,
big martial artists or just people who are
no, who study?
Oh yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. I met a Batman who, yeah, he knows his stuff. You know, we were doing some little bit of choreography, and he was actually
Pretty
I could
decent?
tell he knew his stuff because
Martial arts wise.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So I mean, no, I mean, you never really know what you'll learn and you'll find in the cosplay realm. As much as I've dabbled in it, like it's a way to escape, but it's just like to me, cosplaying is like the gym. A lot of people be like, no, the fuck it's not. And allow me to elaborate on that. The reason why I say it's like the gym is because, again, at the end of the day, man, you know, whether you put on the belt or the wraps or you put on the makeup or the mask or whatever, the shit got to come off, and it's only temporary. You know, I know cosplay events are, you know, weekends or they're week-long events, but it's not like, unless you're like a high-end cosplayer, it's not like you're making money off it. It's not a career. Just like lifting, it's a hobby. You know, a lot of people, and I get why people take it seriously. Like in the realm, so like prime example, ever since I started doing this interview and shit, man, as a content creator, man, a lot of people think they can come do certain things and get rich overnight with it. You're not gonna get rich overnight as a bodybuilder, definitely not as a powerlifter or a strongman. This shit is a hobby. A lot of people, have you ever came across like some people in cosplay and they felt like, hey, they could come here and like get rich off of it, and you just look at them like it does not work like that.
Yep.
I don't know. Allow me to say this in your interview, but I think that's where social media kind of ruined a lot of people who love doing certain shit like this. Whether it's the fitness, whether it's the cosplay, it's like, you know, y'all see certain celebrities or certain high-end models do this, and y'all think y'all can do the same thing. Yes, you can, but at the same time, it's like if you don't have the same shit that they have at their disposable, notoriety, money, and all that other stuff, then you in for a rude awakening. I feel like also too with this realm, it reveals character. Like I remember one time, this was in the South Carolina, you and me, where me, you know, the others that were there,
Yeah.
where we went off, and you know, we broke off, and like some of these people's attitude in cosplay, you would really think like it was like, you should know who I am as I cosplay this person. Like, like no, like it you know, and it is. I think that's the only, to me,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I kind of dislike about cosplay is like people get so into their character, and I'm not talking about them in their cosplay, like them as a person, like they cosplay is this a lot, and it's like, you should know who I am. Like, motherfucker, this is my first time at this event. Like what are, like, that's just a negative aspect about cosplay I dislike. Are there any that you dislike in the cosplay realm? Any aspects that you dislike about it?
Not so much a cosplay. Well, I would say it's on the individuals, man. Like, I see what you're saying. Like, it's certain individuals that make cosplay as a whole I guess,
Bad.
look bad.
Yeah.
Well, even with fitness, man, like, or anything in life in general, man, like, there's always that bad. What is it? What's that term? Apples, the bad apples. But yeah, it's like, as far as cosplay, I've met people who are pretty cocky. They let the level of recognition and
Yeah, attention.
fame and attention get to their heads.
And
And
the whole
like,
time these motherfuckers be bums, and they. But anyway, yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Let me not go off on a tangent.
no, but like me as a cosplayer, man, fitness enthusiast, cosplayer, I just never allowed it to change myself, like change who I am, man. Like, I've always been, everyone sees me as that humble, like really chill, like he's really approachable to talk to.
I'm gonna eat the last donut as you keep talking.
You see this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't got no shame about it.
Is that
Call
the
me.
last donut? Is that the last? Oh, it is the last
I
donut.
want to break it in half.
So it was a box of a
guess-
dozen donuts, right?
I guess. What do you mean? This is half a
Oh, I
dozen.
mean, yeah, 6.
Okay.
but,
Okay. Anyway, you want to break this one in half, Elite? That way I don't feel bad. There you go. You definitely can't say I don't break bread with people. You already put your finger on it.
I didn't touch that.
I don't know. Well, it's yours now.
I guess I don't
You
know
see,
my strength,
you
man.
see the reverse psychology as it did. Anyway, continue. Yeah. That's how you break bread with people. Appreciate you.
That's that saying strength, you know.
And all
But
you were
no.
saying, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I really wanted that donut.
Excuse us while we stuff our face with.
Krispy Kreme goodness.
Yes.
This is what I want to start doing with people, which is why I bring them on this channel, man. Like, not to go off on a tangent, but it's like, that's why I like having these sit downs. A lot of people can see the human side of it. A lot of people can see a side of you they probably never ever seen, especially if you have a fan base.
Right.
You know, what people see with me is what they get. You know, I try to be as generic as I can, and a lot of people may not realize this, but you are a very generic person. Like, you're not cocky, you're not on some you should know who I am. If anything, the amount of humbleness, the amount of care I've seen you have for people is like, that's certain aspects I want to show people on my channel, and you've allowed me to do that. But there's a lot of things that I'm still learning in the cosplay realm. There's some things that I personally want to do. I want to like suit up one day. I don't know. A friend of mine keeps telling me I should do Kasami. I don't know if my skin can handle the face paint for that. But I mean, to each his own. It's like like you said, there's a lot of characters that I empathize with, you know, in anime. But at the same time, I'm gonna touch on this. Not trying to bring race or anything into it, but it's like certain things. It's like, okay, brother, sis, unfortunately, you don't got the skin tone for it. You know, cosplay as you want, I'm not trying to take away from it, but if you ever see me cosplay as anything, like, I would attempt, and I'd probably make it look horrible, but I would attempt the Afro Samurai. I would attempt the Rukia, maybe, you know, from Death Note. What was it, Main from Cyberpunk. But, you know, I mean, obviously, as to the why, when I said these characters, shit, maybe even Piccolo. But no, I'm fucking with you. But no, it's just like certain people, but that's what I think about cosplay. I'm not taking away, because again, I've seen some people, regardless of what race you are, regardless of what skin tone you are, pull off some phenomenal Terry Bogard, some phenomenal Akuma, some phenomenal Ryus. You feel me? But it's just like, I feel like, and that's what I love about the realm of anime, especially today. They introduce a lot more, again, not making this about race, but they've introduced, you know, a lot more African-American characters, a lot more American characters. You know, still obviously, you know, the Asian skin tone in most of anime, but it's just, again, not making this about race, but that's another thing I kind of feel like, to me, and I'm not trying to speak out of ignorance. I promise you I'm not, but I feel like that's another thing that kind of, you know, plays in the cosplay. I don't want to ruin it for everybody, and again, I don't want to, again, speak out of ignorance, but that's legitimately like my way of thinking when it comes to like anime. It's like, hey man, I see what you're doing, but you really ruining that character for some people. But then again, too, I'm not like it. Like, if I were to say my thoughts on it, people would think that I'm speaking negatively on it, and I promise you, it's not that. It's just like, I feel like, why would you want to cosplay as this when I feel like in this realm you could cosplay better as this? But cosplay with whatever you want. At the end of the day, this is your escape. This is how you want to present yourself. You feel me? So I don't take away anything from it. And I don't think if I ever were to like be on your level or anybody's level, I'm just gonna say some name, yours, Storm's, Sean's, because again, you guys, that's your character at the end of the day. Like, nobody's gonna be able to take that away from you. Like, if somebody else were to try to cosplay, and this is me being ignorant, but cosplay Goku, I'd be like, yeah, bro, you're not it. You're not it at all. As far as like cosplaying, is there like any advice you'd want to give to like people who just want to start in cosplay with the knowledge base that you have?
Obviously, choose a character. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be about anime. It could be like, I don't know, Marvel, DC, someone you look up to, I guess idolize. But find a character I guess you relate to. For me, that's when I do Goku, I can relate to him it's real easy to relate to him.
Sensu-bean. No, I'm so stupid.
But no, he's just goofy. Like, his personality's just,
And he's never really wanted to harm anybody though too. Like he's always been.
He's always about training, trying to push himself to go beyond
eating food.
He can't be a dumb. I would say he is a dumbass, but he means well. He's smart, but
and battle IQ.
Yeah. A lot of debate, if I'm a horrible father, I'm always off training in space, but
always dead surprisingly too.
But
ain't paid rent since you got Chi-Chi impregnated, and spend most of the Ox King's money. But now let me stop.
Hey, Gohan turned out pretty well though.
Hey man, he did it, but he had a phenomenal stepfather.
Huh.
See what I did there? No,
so that's what, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I mean, find someone you relate to. Find an anime that I like. There's a lot of great animes with a good background story, and it's crazy because anime with today, it fits it. The way it ties in with life and what we go through every day and just what goes around the world, it actually really.
If you allow me to speak a couple of seconds on that, like what I've noticed since you bring that up, it's like, have you ever noticed how we all start to empathize with the feelings a lot more today? The justifiable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will say I've had my dark moments. The characters I relate
good
to.
time. Put it for 5 more minutes and set it to the questionnaires because I know you're trying to get your gains in. I'm taking his gains away from him, everybody. I apologize, but continue.
I do relate to a lot of villains. I don't know if I would consider them villains. Their intentions, a lot of their perspective, like their ideas, I do.
Or relatable.
I do relate to their goals.
Because it's not all about world domination and like I'm bad just because type shit anymore.
I guess it'd be anti-hero, I guess.
Nah,
anti-villain.
I'll say this, and I don't know what year it started. I say maybe like in the 2010s, but it's like in anime, movies, Marvel, DC or whatever, like, back then, like the Joker, everybody just, even though people liked him, the Joker people didn't empathize with him because they thought he was just batshit insane. But then when they start going into people's backstory, and they do that with anime, they do that with anything, it's kind of like a lot of people have gone, and again, with life circumstances and what we go through in life, it's kind of like, I see why this motherfucker wants to see the world burn the way that he wants to.
So, one of the biggest anime that I've grown onto this past year was Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know if you watched it.
I dabbled.
Okay, so one of the characters, if you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I won't go too much into it, but there's a character.
You don't want to spoil it for people?
Yeah. 2 seasons. Season 2, my character, he went from, I'll just say he went pretty dark.
But it was justifiable. It was justifiable, right?
It was.
Yeah, and again, that's
like he had some good intentions, and he was always. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, like his character, he went from that person who was willing to sacrifice himself and protect and save others to a much more darker character.
Selfish, kind of, but rightly so.
I don't know, selfish. Well, he had a different perspective on reality and the world and just humanity, I guess, which sadly I do see that tying into the real world because I do question a lot of things and just people, and it really makes you think a whole different way and why we do the things we do, or it's pretty deep.
So this poses a question for me then. So what are some positive, not because we've already hit on the positive and negative aspects on cosplay. What are some positive and negative aspects you like on just, let's say, the anime DC Marvel realm and the effects that it does have on cosplay? Like what are some positives you like about it, and what are some negatives? Like prime example, the positive I like about the anime world is it influences people to actually go to the gym, work out, and again based off character traits. And some of the negative aspects, again, that I hate about it is people get so lost in their character that they actually think that they're that fictional character, and they portray that on people, and they actually think they can treat people a certain way, and that's, But what are some positive and negatives you like about that in that realm?
My pros or my positive aspect, again, like you said, the fact that it brings people together, it unifies people and brings them into this, I guess this not group, but this new world of I don't know how to explain. It brings people together, and
Yeah. And
like, you
it
can
brings people
express-
together regardless
yeah.
of what you are, too.
What-
That's another thing I love. about
like
it.
I guess for me, it's a way for you to really express yourself, be comfortable with people who are like-minded. Regardless, people are going to be very judgmental, and they're going to continue to say stuff and think their perspective of you is going to be. It's always going to be there. People are always going to have negative aspects, and it's just something you can't change on with people like that, you know. But with cosplay, you can just get out, have fun, meet people, networking. That's the biggest thing. And like I said, I met a lot of people who are just as into fitness as me, so that was a big
I'm
positive.
having a good time. I love this shit, man.
So that was a big positive aspect for me, just finding people who are relatable and fitness.
Last question, and I'll get us into the questionnaires, brother. But as far as your cosplaying, I'm gonna call it a career because to me that's how I see it. Again, bro, you were phenomenal as Goku or any other character. Like, bro, and I don't care what people say about the height. I feel like you have the physique and the height and the height for a lot of anime characters in the realm, bro. Especially if you wanted like to pursue anything like in the samurai realm, and there are a lot of samurai and ninja anime out there. But as what
Ninja Kamui, that's a good one.
so what is your expectation as you continue to cosplay? Like, do you ever want to make like a career and money off of it if you could? Like if you were given certain offers, like would you hop on it? Would you take it? Like, hey, we'll give you this amount of sponsorship cosplaying as Goku, but we need you to promote like these brands, whether it's like, you know, fitness trunks or fitness tops and shit like that. Like, would that be something you'd be interested in doing? Since you are getting yourself out there and you're networking and everything, going to bigger and better cons. Sorry, Fayetteville. Bigger and better cons. Like, would that be something you'd want to do?
Oh yeah, like if it's a way for me to network with more people and to put my name out there. I've always said I wasn't really too big on the fame, but like if I can get sponsored and have the opportunity, you know, where all my trips are paid for, you know, going to all these cons, because cons are expensive at the end of the day.
Hotel room for
Hotel,
one
yeah.
night, and the night of is like
Hotel.
$150, isn't it?
And then that's not counting food, unless you meal prep. So I would say, like, being that I'm in fitness, like a lot of my fitness friends, we actually don't really meal prep when we're out. Like, we do go out to eat, and we actually spend money on food. So that's our cheat weekend.
You finna hate me on these questionnaires because I deleted that shit again. I could kick my own ass, but we still gonna do the questionnaires. I just gotta think of 10. But continue. Sorry, y'all.
Lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
what
me
were we
too.
talking about?
See, Goku moment. What?
Yeah.
Now let
No,
me start.
Yeah, cosplay is expensive. So if I could get sponsored and where all my trips are paid for, that'd be pretty cool. To start my own brand initially and just.
You know, if you do that, you can't. It's gonna have to be something outside of Goku eventually.
Yeah.
But I think you.
But you know, that's my most recognized. Yeah, I don't think anybody could take that away.
Hell no.
I've seen there are also a lot of Goku cosplayers that I've seen that I actually look up to. Goku Flex, he's actually heavy into fitness, inspiration. Like I actually do some of his workouts, but his cosplay is like 100% on point. Physique is freaking insane. Insane. Yep. Nah, but like, man, I was tweaking. Like, well, not really tweaking. I was fanboying, man, because he had responded to one of my posts.
And that just made you go,
yeah, I was like, oh shit. I said, man, it'd be pretty dope to get a actual collab on a session, make like legit content, cosplay and fitness. But I think he's in like Hawaii or California. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
So I'm like,
And
man.
there's a lot of notice. Well, at least out in Cali, man.
Oh,
that's, you know. But allow me to end it with this before I get the questionnaires off the top of my head. Boy, my fan base gonna be like this. So this why he reads it, because he got attention span of a squirrel. Thank you for coming back.
Appreciate the donuts.
Yeah, of course. I had intended to bring you back anyway. I felt like this was something that I owed you. Camera's still going, thank God. You dropped some jewels, and even though it was more about cosplay than fitness, again, it was still a sit down with one of my inspirations. I probably don't tell you this enough, but you, Max, Chris, my World's family, my Anytime Fitness family, my powerlifting community, bodybuilding, like y'all influence me, and I don't care what you are, whether you are a renowned powerlifter or a cosplayer. Like, again, if you have impacted my life and impacted the realm of fitness in a positive way or a way that I like, then I'm going to continue to bring this to this channel. I'm going to continue to put you out there, because that's the type of community I want to grow. I just ask that y'all bear with me. I know there was a question you had asked me earlier about, revenue, if I made money off this. I'll answer this now, and they can hear it too. Know that I haven't, but for right now, and hopefully it never will be. If the money come, I'll be grateful for it. But that's kind of not my goal. And the only reason is because when that does come, then I'll be in a position to where I can actually I could have a better sit down instead of inside of a public gym. I can actually pay y'all for this, because like that's what you guys are doing me a favor, giving me your time. You guys are giving me your time, and most people, they be like, well, hey, yeah, if you want to interview me, like, this is my rate for like an hour. You guys have yet to do that to me, and oh my God, I was having a sentimental moment. I'm gonna keep going though. But ultimately, I'm still gonna build this community, and then when I do get out there, then yes, that's when that shit's gonna come in. But for now, it's just, I'm doing this for fun. Like, there's really no money-wise, there's no profit for me. Eventually, will that come? I do believe so. It's going to be a good while, because again, I'm more into building this community, and like this community again, again, cosplayers. I still need to interview some gamers. There's people that run track that I still want to have a sit down with. There's still other powerlifters I want to talk to, because again, their fitness journey has inspired me. Regardless if you haven't gotten on the platform or on stage or competed, in some form of fashion, you have motivated me to get out of that bed every day and go lift. That I've had, and this is me giving you your flowers now, because I've known you for so long, and again, this is everybody else that's in my community that I've known personally for so long. The reason why I'm giving y'all flowers, man, is because again, and you know how our communication is. And you know where I've been at in life. I know where you've been at in life, but I don't think y'all realize, like, seeing y'all post going to the gym has gotten me out of, has gotten me out of a lot of dark ass days, dude. Like this, a lot of people don't recognize just how mental this journey is. And what I mean by this journey, it doesn't necessarily have to be fitness. That's how we met. We met in the fitness realm. Everything else that I knew about you that came after the fact, but it's just like, I'm telling you from a guy who's building his community, and again, I don't know even how to label this community, but from a guy who's building this community, you don't know what you've done for people. Like, they may not never tell you, and even if it is on some hater shit, like somebody may see you and hate the fact that you still get up every day and come in this. A lot of people, you never really know what you're doing for someone, and I'm hoping the same way I'm telling you that you've gotten me out of my dark days. I'm hoping for y'all, my community that watch this, whether it is on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, I'm hoping that I help you guys get out of your dark space, of your dark days, just showing up. This shit, man, it is not easy, and that's why I like talking to you about your story, because these are your reasons why, bro. We could go so deep in a hole with this, but it's just like, I'm telling you thank you, and anybody else I sit down with on this platform, whether you're a first-time guest or a returning guest, I'm going to continue to say thank you, because again, man, this world and this realm can be fucked up. The world itself, and then you got the good and the bad and the ugly with this fitness shit. But it's just like, I've and you are one of them. I have met some phenomenal people in this realm, and I'm bringing these phenomenal people to this channel. But other than that, let me stop yapping. This is me giving you your flowers always. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Let me hit you with this questionnaire and we'll end it, all right, brother? All right, then start the clock. I'm gonna go straight off the dome. All right, rest day or cheat meal?
Rest day or cheat meal?
Yeah, rest day or cheat meal. 60 seconds.
Which one's important or which one?
No, which one you choosing?
Rest.
Rest day? Conventional deadlift or sumo?
Conventional.
Coffee or energy drink?
Energy drink.
Powerlifting or bodybuilding?
Oh, have to pick one.
You have to pick one. 30 seconds on the clock.
Powerlifting.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
1 rep max or repetition?
One rep
Rep
max.
Okay. 20 seconds left. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
Fitness model or muscle mommy? 10 seconds.
Muscle.
Hey, say less, say less. Hey, Chris, on some real shit, thank you for coming to this channel. Again, thank you for allowing me to bring you as a returning guest. In the future, allow me to bring you back as a returning guest. Again, everything is content. I know I annoyed you about bringing you back, but I owed you this. You were my first guest, and I did not do right by you because, again, that's not fair. I'm going to give everybody their flowers and where their credit is due. Thank you for allowing me to fix the fuck up I originally did. And thank you for allowing me to still put your name on out there. Any closing thoughts or anything you want to say before we cut it?
No, I just want to say I appreciate you for having me out again, man. Real genuine, man. Like, our friendship's been a journey. But I do appreciate you taking the time to really sit down and get my perspective on just everything, like cosplay, fitness, just life, man. But like you said, I lift you up and I inspire you. You do the same with me as well as everyone else in your channel. So I'm thankful for that.
We'll cut it from here.
That's it, man.
All right. Thank you for coming back, and we are out.